In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to take a image from Midjourney like this one and turn it into a music cover. So here's the image that we're going to start with. This image was created with Midjourney. So the prompt, I just typed in a hip hop grizzly bear driving a luxury Mercedes SUV. Let's start by cleaning up some of the image. I can see it right here, the headrest, there's like two. So this one's fine. Got to get rid of that one. And then right here, probably going to clean that up. So I'm going to go here. Select that like that. Just go to edit. Go to generative fill. I'm not going to type nothing. I'm just let it create something on its own. All right, much better. That's what I wanted, something smooth like that. So I like this one. And I'm just go ahead and merge it. Go ahead and save this. Next, let's crop out the background. I'm going to replace that with something else. So I'm going to use the pen tool for that. All right, let's go to path, hold control, select that, and make a selection. And let's go ahead and go down here. And let's select the mask. Let's invert this. So I'm gonna hit Control I. I forgot to crop out the sunroof, so I'm gonna do that. So for the window on the back, I'm gonna fix it, crop that part out. All right, I think that looks good. Save that. Here's the background I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna flip it because I want the light source where the sun is setting right here on this side, because I want to make most of the light coming from the left to the right to match the bear. So I'm gonna hit Control T. I'm gonna right click, flip horizontal, hit enter, and bring this underneath the image. I'm gonna group this. Let's name this background. And I'm gonna name that main for the main one. Hit Control T, hold Shift, Alt, bring the size of this up, kind of like that. Hold Shift again. Save that. Let's go ahead and group this. Let's go here. I'm gonna make a copy. Name this master for the master copy, just in case we mess up and we need to come back to it. This one, I'm gonna right click, apply layer mask, zoom in. Now let's feather some parts where it's supposed to be blurred. Say like right there, and then right there. So I'm gonna go here to the blur tool. Make sure that's selected. And let's go ahead and strength that 100. It's creating some type of black pixel right there. So to fix that, let's go here, go to smudge. Remove that like that. Let's go back to blur. Let's bring the size of this down, kind of like that. I'm gonna stop right there. Let's bring the size of the brush down a little bit more. And same thing, let's go here, smudge. Let's do the same thing up here. Go to blur. Bring the size of the brush down. All right, I might have to clean up the black part right here. So I'm just cleaning it up with the eraser tool. Now let's go to blur. All right, looks better. So I'm looking at the image right now. Look like he's driving in the mountains. So I might want to add maybe some buildings or some palm trees. So it looks like he's not driving off into the mountains and go camping or something. All right, so I generated some background image. So I just typed in Los Angeles, palm trees, sunset, surreal, Photoshop compositing. So looking at it, I like that one because that's the color I'm trying to go for, that purple warm. Also like this one too. But let's try to create another version. So I'll just do version 3. Submit that. So let's take a look at it. So I like this one. You can see the buildings in the back right there. Also I like that part. All of it looks good. Let me see the first one. Let's try, let's see which one will work best. So I'm gonna use number 3. Just upscale that. And let's go ahead and open in browser. I'm gonna just right click, copy image, go down here to background and paste that. Let's disable this for now. Go back to Discord and let's select this one, upscale number 2. Copy this, go back to Photoshop, paste that in. Let's convert that to a smart object. And so I like that part right there. Let's get rid of that. So let's bring this up. Let's go down here, right click, just rasterize this. Let's go here, I'm gonna make a copy. Let's bring this to the right. And let's go ahead, mask it, invert it, and let's paint that in. Soften the brush. Hit X, I'm gonna make sure that's black. I'm gonna paint that away. Paint that away. All right, it's looking good, but let's clean that part. So I'm just go ahead and merge it. I'm just go here to the patch tool, select that. All right, now it's looking the way I want it to. Let's try spot healing. Might give it that feather effect. All right. Now we just go here and let's let's move this like that. Mask that, Control I. B for brush, make sure that's white. And let's go ahead and paint that in the back like that. All right, much better. So we got a view of the city in the back and we have all the sky in the background with the trees. All right, so let's close this. Let's group this one right here. And we could bring the master inside that group. Name that bear. Let's create the levels. And make sure the clipping mask is on. Bring the white down. And let's go underneath the levels. Go here, color balance, shadows. Let's give it a kind of blue. Mid-tone, also blue, but a little bit of the magenta, highlights, more yellow and magenta, kind of like that. Now let's go up here to levels, select the mask, B for brush, and make sure that's black and bring the size of this up. Make sure the hardness all the way down. And I'm gonna keep the opacity at 100, flow at 4. And I just want to make this area more brighter, kind of like that. And just create new levels. I'm gonna make kind of like a vignette, the outer part more darker. I'm gonna invert it. Select B for brush, make sure that's white. And I'm painting the parts that I want darker. So like kind of outside of the SUV and behind the steering wheel. Alright, that's looking good. I'm gonna go down here, gray noise, click on play. And if you zoom in, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the before, after. Just add noise to the layer, just blend everything. Alright, now let's create a new group. Let's name this glow. And I'm gonna select a solid color. And first, let's go ahead and Control I, invert it, double click this, and we can sample kind of like that. And let's go ahead and select this, change that to linear dodge for now. B for brush, make sure that's white. And let's change it maybe like a warmer. Change that to color dodge, see how that looks. Alright, I think the color dodge looks nice. So I'm gonna paint it in back here too, just a little bit. Alright, so that one's too much, but I like how that looks. Save that. Too much for the face. So before, after. Now let's go to adjustment. Let's create a new layer. And let's fill it in with black. I'm gonna hit D for default. Make sure that's black. Alt backspace. And I'm gonna disable this for now. I'm gonna go B for brush. I'm gonna select a purple tint kind of like this. B for brush. So just paint that in just a little bit. Change the blending mode to soft light. Hit Control L for levels. Just bring the shadow back. Like that. So before, after. Alright, that's looking good. And underneath the glow, just select or create a group. Name that dust. Let's create a new layer. B for brush. Now I'm gonna go here to my brush. Go down here, select like fog. 1. I also like number 1. Brings the size of this down. Alright, so just a little bit. Save that. Alright, now I'm gonna try and see. I'm gonna make this window like it's rolled down so you can see the city. I'm gonna make the sunroof in the back window like it's tinted. So I'm gonna see how that looks. Let's create a new layer. Hit L for lasso. Make sure this is black. Go ahead and fill that in. Control D. So I like how that looks. Now we got to get rid of the glow right there. B for brush. I'm going to change my brush. Make sure that's black. Keep it there just a little bit, but not too much. Alright, save that. All right, so I have this image that he sent. He want the chain on the bear. So I'm just using the pen tool, crop this out. All right, I'm just go ahead and paste it above the main group. Control T. Just go ahead, Shift, bring this down. Kind of like that. I'm gonna group this. Name that chain. Just go ahead and make a copy. Just name this master for the master copy. And for this, I'm gonna right click or hit Control T, right click, flip horizontal. But now the thing is flipped backwards, so I'm gonna fix all that. But first, let's bring this down. Kind of like that. Zoom in, go here, edit, let's go puppet warp, make a point there, there. This one to drag it to all the way in the back like that. Hit enter, smash this out, B for brush, bring the hardness up, and let's go ahead and paint this out for now. So the top chain, you can't really tell is backwards, but the bottom one, you can read it. So I'm just hit, let's go here, Control J, right click, delete layer mask, Control T, flip that, hit L for lasso, let's make a copy. Let's delete that, Control T. Let's get rid of the black right there, so I'm just erase that. Control T, bring the size of this down. Let's do perspective. Alright, let's go here and select the mask. L for lasso. Or actually, just do the brush. Alright, I'm gonna go here. Control T, right click, distort. Bring it down just a little bit. Let's move it up. So I'm gonna move it up to cover the other chain right there. Let's go here, B for brush. Let's paint that out. Let's go down to the main image, to the bear. And let's go here to the patch tool. Clean that up. And we'll go here to the chain. So this one. All right, now let's group this because we want to add some adjustment layers. So let's go here. Let's go to levels, bring down the white. Make sure the clipping mask is on. Kind of like that. B for brush. Make sure that's white or black because we're going to paint. Make sure hardness all the way down. Paint that like that. You just want that part dark. And that part. All right, let's go here to the main image. Let's go to the chain. Let's go there. I'll try to bring back some of the, see the fur right there? So I'm going to bring back or select the brush. All right, look much better. Now I'm going to go ahead and just make a copy of these two. Go ahead and merge it and convert it to Smart Object. Just go to Filter, Blur. Just do Box Blur. Maybe 1. I just wanted to match the fur right there. So I'm going to go here to the Smart Object. Let's invert the mask. B for brush. And let's zoom in. Make sure that's white. Kind of like that. All right, now let's go ahead and go down here. And let's change the color balance or add a color balance. Kind of purple like that. Add the magenta, yellow, or blue. Blue looks better. All right, let's zoom out. So I'm going to double click this. Let's go ahead and split the black, hold Alt. Now I'm going to go down here to the main image and let's create a new layer. Control Alt G, clipping mask. Let's select like brown tint like that. Fill that in. Change that to multiply or color burn. I'm trying to get that right there. Double click that. Split the black like that. And bring the opacity down. Bring it up. Looks good. Let's go ahead and create a copy. And let's bring this into the adjustment layer so it will apply to the overall image. So just a little bit like that. Let's go down here to the chain. Let's create a new levels. Make sure the clipping mask is on. Darken it. So down here, I'm trying to blend it in. See, right now it's too dark. It doesn't match the bear. If we bring it up, it's matching it. Not that part, so we're going to mask that out. So like that. B for brush, make sure that's black. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, for this one, I think I'm just disable the dust. I think I like it better like this. Let's go here to adjustment. And let's create our overall levels. Just darken the mid-tone. Alright, so everything's looking good. Now let's add some texture just to give it that single hip-hop album feel. Alright, so here's the texture. I'm going to bring it underneath everything. And bring the opacity down. About 43. Save that. And I'm at a parental advisory logo. Get rid of the white outline right there. All right, so I'm gonna generate a single rose. So here's the 4 images. I think I like that one. I'm gonna see if I can work with that one. So I'm gonna upscale that. Just go ahead and copy this. And let's go here. Let's go above the main image. Paste that. Right click. Convert to smart object. Crop it out with the pen tool. So I'm gonna try to have this like he's biting on it. So I'm gonna keep that, just the stem. So let's go ahead and do that with the pen tool. All right, so I'm gonna mask that. Go to image, trim, click OK, save this, close this, Control T. Let's flip this kind of like that. Flip horizontal. Should it be on this side or the other side? Maybe other side, right? So let's bring this above the chain. Group this. Name that rose. Let's bring up the levels. Clipping mask. Darken it. Make sure. And let's go here. Select the mask. B for brush. Bring the size of this down. And let's go ahead and move it, see how it looks. Rotate it maybe just a little bit. All right, let's bring back some details down here. So down here, let's right click, disable the mask. But bring opacity down, go here. B for brush, make sure that's white, and let's paint that back in. Let's do flow at 100. All right, disable that, save it. All right, much better. Now let's go here. See, there's like blue. The shadow doesn't match that. We'll go here and desatch. Save this. All right, so the blue is gone. Now let's add a filter, blur, box blur. Keep it at 1, and let's bring back some sharpness. Certain parts. Not too much. I think that looks good. So I think I might have to flip the rose because we're not supposed to see the top right here. So that's what kind of bothering me. So I'm going to select those two, Control T, right click, flip horizontal. Now I just got to darken that area. Invert that, B for brush. Paint that in just a little bit. Bring the opacity down. About there. Color balance. Alright, so before, after. Let's go here to the box blur. And let's go ahead and blur that part out. Alright, now let's see if I could create a rose typography. Click Imagine. Alright, so I don't see any of these I can use. Maybe that one, but I forgot to add a S. roses. So I'm gonna try that. All right, so I don't see any that I like. Maybe that. That's super small though. Let's try it one more time. All right, so I like this one. So let's use this one. Let's upscale number 1. Open in browser. Just copy this. Bring it to Photoshop. Let's create a new group. Name that text. Paste this. Convert this to a smart object. Or actually, no. Yeah, just do smart object. And I'm just do L for lasso. And let's Control Shift I to invert it. Fill it in with white. Alt backspace. Control D to select. Control I. And let's change the hue and saturation all the way down. Let's do Control L for levels. Let's bring this up all the way white like that. Now let's go ahead and do Control Shift number 5 or Control Alt 5. It'll select the white pixel, create a new layer, fill that in with white, Alt backspace, Control D to select, save that. So we have the roses font. So I think I'm gonna put this here. So it'll be teddy bear and roses. And let's change the logo to the left, or put it to the left. Just double click this, change this to red. Just click OK, save that. Alright, so I'm gonna select the text tool. Type in teddy bear. And let's go ahead and find a font that. So this one, I like that. I'm gonna use it for the word and. Should I put it to the side? Just make a copy, Control T, right click, hit skew. Control T, hold shift, bring it down like that. Alright, I think that looks good. So I'm just heading to group all this, make a copy, Control E to merge it, double click. So split the black here. That might be too much. So about right there. That just give it a little bit of texture. I'm gonna bring the size of this down. Now let's add his name. Let's do a bold font to see how that looks. Let's do it like before. Double click this. And let's bring back just a little bit. Let's add some rose petal. All right, let's group this. Let's name that petals. All right, zoom out. Go to path, Control, select that. All right, much better. Still see some of the white. Hold Control. Go here. Select. Modify. Contract by 1. Make a copy again. Delete that. L for the lasso. Control Shift J. So we add that to his own layer. Go down here. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. Let's convert these to smart object. Control T. Filter blur. Box blur. Let's do about 8. All right, so I'm hitting Control L, bring up the levels. I forgot it's teddy bears with an S, so let's fix that. So that's how you create a music cover using Midjourney. If you have any question, just leave it in the comments. And thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you guys next time.